North African region because the prolonged conflict in Sudan has caused severe damages of many of the country's infrastructure, including the oil refinery, which is reportedly affecting South Sudan's oil export. The destruction of the oil facilities in Port Sudan resulted to the suspension of oil exports, which is affecting South Sudan, according to local authorities. Let's have more details of that in this report.
The attacks on the refinery at Port Sudan affected key facilities including Petco's Pump Station 5 and a major diesel depot, causing a complete stop in the flow of crude oil. The pipeline and associated infrastructure that South Sudan uses to export its crude oil passed through Sudan, making it critical for both nations to secure these facilities.
Of course, the refinery has recently suffered significant damage, especially to the old refinery. The entire units were destroyed. The crude distribution unit and the aircraft fuel unit were also completely damaged. All of these units were completely destroyed. We have also power supply and pipe racks, piping systems and power supply cables and instrument cables. All of these were destroyed along with substations in the old refinery.
Oil exports via Sudan's pipeline generate 90% of South Sudan's foreign exchange earnings, with Sudan earning transit fees. According to experts, the two pipelines had been out of service for more than 15 months earlier in the conflict, causing losses of production opportunity estimated to be worth $3 billion for South Sudan and $700 million for Sudan in transportation fees. One of the pipelines came back online earlier this month, but it was a target for the RSF.
The oil sector in Sudan has been severely affected by the war and the destruction it has caused. This includes the Khartoum oil refinery, pipelines, all the oil facilities. These have been damaged, including the oil storage facilities in Port Sudan. Resuming South Sudan's oil production and exporting it through Sudanese territory is a step of great importance for South Sudan. The country relies on oil for 80 to 85% of its economy as a source of foreign exchange and budget revenue. Therefore, of course, Sudan has been severely affected by the suspension of oil exports.
Reports indicate that South Sudan had been sending between 100,000 to 150,000 barrels of crude oil daily to Sudan for export. Analysts say the pipeline damage led to environmental contamination and rising of food prices, further deteriorating the region's severe hunger crisis and causing damage estimated at $500 million.